Can you talk about yourself in English? Let's practice together.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Real Talk English, the podcast where we practice natural, everyday English conversations. I'm Maya.
And I'm James. Hey, everyone.
Today we're tackling something that sounds simple, but can actually be pretty challenging, talking about yourself in English. You know, James, I've had so many students tell me they freeze up when someone says, "So tell me about yourself."
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those questions that seems easy, but then your mind goes blank, right? Like, where do you even start?
Exactly. So today, we're going to show you how native speakers actually introduce themselves and talk about their lives in different situations, casually with new friends, in professional settings, all of that. And James and I are going to demonstrate by actually getting to know each other better.
Wait, are we doing this right now?
We're doing this right now. Our listeners don't know much about us, so let's fix that. I'll start. James, tell me about yourself.
Okay, here we go. Well, as you mentioned, I'm James. I'm originally from Toronto, Canada, but I've been living in Barcelona for about 3 years now.
Oh, nice. What brought you to Barcelona?
So I was working in marketing back in Canada, and honestly, I just felt stuck. I'd always wanted to live abroad, and one day I just thought, if not now, when? So I applied for jobs in Europe, got an offer here, and took the leap.
That's brave, and do you love it?
I do. The lifestyle is so different. The food, the weather, the pace of life, it's been amazing. Though I have to say, I miss good Canadian maple syrup.
Of course. Okay, so listeners, let's pause here for a second. Notice how James introduced himself? He didn't just say his name, he mentioned where he's from. I'm originally from Toronto, and where he is now. That phrase, originally from, is super useful when you've moved around.
Right. And Maya asked, what brought you to Barcelona? That's a really natural way to ask why someone moves somewhere. It's less direct than saying, why did you move? You could also say, what brought you here? Or, how did you end up in Barcelona?
Exactly. And James, you said, I took the leap. Can you explain that?
Sure. Taking the leap means taking a big risk or making a bold decision, especially when you're nervous about it. It's like jumping into something without being totally sure how it'll turn out.
Perfect explanation. Okay, now it's my turn. So I'm Maya, and I'm from a small town in Oregon. You probably haven't heard of it. But I've been living in London for the past 5 years.
5 years. What do you do there?
I'm an English teacher, which probably doesn't surprise anyone listening to this podcast. Laughs. But I actually started out in journalism. I was a reporter for a few years, but I realized I loved the writing and communication part more than the news part, if that makes sense.
Totally makes sense. So you switched careers?
Yeah, I did. I got my teaching certification and never looked back. Now I work with adult learners, mostly professionals who need English for work, and I absolutely love it.
That's awesome. Okay, listeners, let's break down Maya's introduction. She said, I'm from a small town in Oregon. You probably haven't heard of it. That's such a natural thing to say when you're from somewhere not famous, right?
Yeah, it's a friendly way to acknowledge that your hometown isn't well known. You could also say, it's a tiny place, nobody knows it, or it's pretty small, nothing special.
And you said, I never looked back. That's a great idiom.
Right. When you say, I never looked back, it means you made a decision and you have no regrets. You're happy with your choice and you didn't reconsider or return to the old way. So, James, do you have family back in Canada? Do you get homesick?
Yeah, I do. My parents are still in Toronto, and I have a younger sister who lives in Vancouver now. I try to go back once a year, usually around Christmas. And yeah, I definitely get homesick sometimes, especially around the holidays.
I bet. Do you guys video call a lot?
All the time. My mom basically demands a weekly video chat. Laughs. But honestly, I love it. It keeps us close even though we're far apart.
That's sweet. I'm the same way with my family. I'm an only child, so I'm really close with my parents. They actually visited me in London last spring, which was amazing. I got to play tour guide and show them around.
Oh, that must have been fun. Okay, let's pause here. Maya asked if I get homesick. That means feeling sad or lonely because you miss your home or family.
Right. And James said, we're far apart. That's a simple way to say you don't live near each other. You could also say, we live far from each other, or we're separated by distance.
And Maya said she got to play tour guide. That's a nice casual phrase for showing someone around your city.
Exactly. When you know a place well and you're showing it to visitors, you're like their personal tour guide.
So Maya, looking ahead, what are your plans? Are you staying in London long term?
That's a tough question. Honestly, I love London, but I'm open to new adventures. I've been thinking about maybe moving to Asia for a year or two, maybe Japan or South Korea. I'd love to experience a completely different culture and continue teaching there.
That would be incredible. Are you actively planning it, or is it more of a dream at this point?
It's somewhere in between. I'm researching teaching opportunities and starting to save money, but I haven't committed to anything yet. What about you? Are you staying in Barcelona?
For now, yes. But long term, I'd love to start my own business. Maybe something related to food tourism or culinary experiences. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm working on it.
That's amazing. So there you have it, everyone. A natural conversation about ourselves, full of useful phrases and expressions.
The key takeaway here is that talking about yourself doesn't have to be scary or overly formal. Just be natural, be honest, and don't worry about being perfect.
Exactly. Start with the basics: name, where you're from, what you do. Then add details about your interests, your background, your plans. Let the conversation flow naturally.
And use those conversational phrases we highlighted. I'm originally from, I'm really into, I never look back, I'm not going to quit my day job. These make you sound natural and fluent.
Listeners, here's your homework. Record yourself for 2 minutes talking about yourself in English. Use some of the phrases from today's episode. Then listen back. You'll be surprised how much you've learned.
And if you want to share your recording or have questions, reach out to us on social media. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks so much for listening to Real Talk English. I'm Maya.
And I'm James. Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and stay confident. Bye, everyone.
Subscribe and leave comments by everyone.